If you are naturally skinny, building muscle can feel impossible. You eat, you train, and yet the scale still doesn't move. And you start thinking, maybe I'm not built for this. I was in that same position for the longest time. I was that guy, 50 kg, training 6 times a week, going hard in the gym, eating what I thought was right, and wondering why nothing changed. But once I actually understood what I was doing wrong, everything changed. So today, I'm going to break down for you how to build muscle if you are naturally skinny. Not just the vague you have to eat more, but actually structured steps to getting more muscle as a naturally skinny guy. The biggest mistake that most skinny guys make isn't that they're not training hard, is that they're not tracking anything. I used to think I was eating a lot. Big portions of rice, chicken, and eggs. And I thought I was eating the right whole foods and eating healthy. But what I didn't realize is that it doesn't matter what you eat if you are not consuming enough calories. You may be eating clean, but without the right amount of calories, your body doesn't have enough energy to actually grow muscle. You'll train, you'll recover a bit, but there won't be a change in your weight. There won't be a change in muscle then. So here's the truth. If you want to build muscle as a skinny guy, you need to eat in a calorie surplus. That means eating more calories than your body burns every single day. And you shouldn't just be guessing. You actually need to track how much calories you consume. So here's how I stopped guessing how much calories I was consuming and actually started tracking the actual amount of calories that I was consuming. So you can go on Google and search TDEE calculator, and you just enter the details that you have to enter, and you should eat 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance level. You can track the amount of calories that you eat by using MyFitnessPal or even as simple as using ChatGPT to track how much calories you are eating. This isn't about perfection. You don't have to weigh every single food, every single grace of rank. You just have to have a rough idea of the portions that you are eating. When I started and I actually tracked what I was eating, I realized that I was only eating about 2,000 calories. Meanwhile, I needed 2,700 calories to actually grow muscle, to actually build muscle. That big difference, that 700 calorie difference, was why I was stuck at the same weight for so long. Once I knew what I was doing and I was able to track the foods that I was eating, that's when I started to gain weight. And when the scale moved even a half a kilo, I knew I was on the right track. So you should also start doing that. Now, let's talk about the training side of things. If you are naturally skinny, your goal isn't to burn calories in the gym. Your goal should be to get stronger. Now, to get stronger, you need to focus on compound lifts that actually build mass. Now, this is squats, deadlifts, bench press, shoulder press, pull-ups, and barbell rows. Those 6 exercises, if done consistently, will make a huge difference in your body. Every single week, your mission is to get stronger with these exercises. So that means you have to do more reps, do more weights, and actually use better form. When I started, I treated the gym like a checklist. Okay, I did it done, I finished it. Now I treat it like a game of progression. If I benched 60 kg for 5 reps last week, this week I'll try and do 6 reps for 60 kg and actually gradually increasing it. And once I get to 10 reps on 60 kg, then I increase the weight. That's how your body grows, because you're actually giving it a reason to adapt itself, to get stronger. And here's another thing that most guys mess up that is actually detrimental to their fitness journey. You can eat perfectly, train hard in the gym, and be consistent, but if you don't give your body enough time to recover, you won't grow. The truth is, your body doesn't build muscle inside the gym. It builds muscle outside the gym. What you are doing in the gym is actually tearing through the muscle fibers. And outside the gym, when you have time to rest, that's when your body repairs the muscles and it comes back stronger. So if you're skipping that repair process, there's no time for your muscles to come back stronger. So it just stays the same size, or even worse, it becomes smaller. So that means if you're sleeping for 5 hours every single night and you're scrolling on your phone until 2 a.m., you are wasting your potential. You should be aiming to sleep at least 7 to 9 hours every single night. And if you can, take short walks. Even stretching helps to repair your muscles even faster. For me, I aim to sleep at least 7 hours every single night, and I stretch every single morning. That helps me stay grounded and stay focused throughout the day. But the real thing that actually changed everything for me wasn't when I found the right workout routine or I found the right supplement. It was when I set a clear goal for myself. Before I set this goal, I was only thinking of gaining weight, but that's not specific enough to actually give you direction to achieve that goal. So what I did was I set the goal to reach 60 kg in 1 year. I was 50 kg last year, but now this year I reached the 60 kg mark. It turned something vague into a mission. So every time I looked at the scale and I saw it go up, I knew I was progressing and I knew I was doing something right. And those small wins actually helped me to build momentum to stay consistent at what I was doing. So if you are a naturally skinny guy, you shouldn't just say, I want to gain weight. You should actually have a specific goal in mind. Let's say you're 60 kg. You should tell yourself, okay, I want to go to 65 kg in 1 year. That's how you set a specific goal. Now you have a reason to go hard in the gym, to eat right, to stay consistent, because there's an actual destination. So if you do these 3 things, eat, train, and recover for over 6 months consistently, you will start to see progress. Building muscle as a naturally skinny guy isn't about genetics or fancy supplements. It's about structure. The right food, the right training, the right recovery plan, and the right mindset. So when I stopped overcomplicating these things and focused and simplified these 3 things and did it right, that's when I saw growth. You will become the person you want to be by pushing through the times you want to quit.